We all agree that there is a universe in which we exist, but how and why? In one instance, we're told that it was made in 7 days, yet in another, it was created in an instantaneous bang, which is now the accepted scientific theory. But this theory is simply a matter of what, not of how, and certainly not of why. We simply do not know how or why. But as with anything these days, there is speculation abound. Usually theories do conflict, but never quite as much as this. Usually they're within the boundaries of known science, whereas here it's anyone's game. There are two sides, the existential spiritual side, that we're here for a purpose, and the universe didn't just pop into existence due to physics alone, and that there's a hidden meaning to why we're all here. The other is the scientific approach, that the universe is driven purely by physics alone, with no guiding hand and no hidden meaning.
Change everything you are and everything you are.
Science versus spirituality. The universe is a result of gravity, so says Stephen Hawking. He used to believe in the existential side. He even once said the rest is in God's mind, for now. But now he claims that the concept of a God is pointless. He claims that the simple gravity was needed for the universe to come into existence, and for the Big Bang to happen, and then the rest, the gas clustered together to create the heavenly bodies and to swirl into what we now know as the universe. Everybody would agree that roses are beautiful, but scientists would argue that roses are beautiful simply to attract bees, so that they can further their species. Whereas a more spiritual view would say that roses are beautiful for that reason, of course, but they're also beautiful for the sake of being beautiful, to enrich the world and the things around them, just like a piece of music. Even though a lot of the music in the charts at the moment is just intended to make money, most, if not all, of the greatest music ever made was made simply to be great, and irrespective of its functional properties. What creates our consciousness? What makes you, you? And what makes me, me? What creates our mind? As of yet, no one has found a specific part of the brain that houses the consciousness. This leads scientists to say that the mind and the brain are one and the same thing. What you perceive as you is merely a result of the inner workings and mechanisms of the brain, a byproduct. Take it apart and the consciousness also falls apart. And now, no longer anything, the separate bits and parts of the brain are left to decompose back into the earth from which they came from. The more spiritual view, however, says that your mind has a mysterious, separate existence from the brain. But the brain and the mind are actually two separate things. It's like a tap. It doesn't create the water that flows through it. It merely regulates the flow from another source. It's not a byproduct of the tap, and therefore it is not gone forever, and it is still back where the source was, and the water that was released has gone on down through the plug to a different place. With all of this said and done, we may never truly know. Take a chimpanzee. A chimpanzee doesn't understand quantum physics. Now, that might sound like an obvious statement, even as Richard Feynman once famously said that no one understands quantum physics. But the point, though, is that chimpanzees don't know what they don't understand. It's not a matter of them struggling to understand quantum physics, it's just completely out of their realm, and they will never ever be able to understand it. Could it be like that for us humans? Is there something that will possibly always lie in the realms of obscurity, or perhaps even something that we will never ever know? 46 billion light years away is the cosmic horizon, which is receding more than the speed of light. Nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. The fabric of the universe itself can't expand faster. From the moment an object slips past the horizon, any information or any light it emits will never ever reach us, so we will never truly know what is past it. But this could be still cause for celebration, for discovering what we cannot know still leads us to knowing more. Perhaps the universe is like a painting, and you can analyse it scientifically, looking at the individual atoms, particles, molecules and brushstrokes. But it's only once you pull out and look at the bigger picture, in a more intuitive and spiritual perspective, that you really truly understand what it actually is, and perhaps it's been facing you the whole time. Is the universe a structure of gas and rock, beautifully formed together out of pure chaos? Or is it something aesthetically deeper and purposeful? But are we like chimps, doomed to never know? Or are we standing right behind it, just looking up when we should be looking down? Or is there truly no conflict at all, and they are one and the same thing?